Hello, everybody. Average Gamer here, and welcome to an episode of Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. So, you'll notice in this episode, everything's gone, money's unlimited, and all that stuff, because I wanted to try in a creative mode. I wanted to figure out a few things. So, I've realized that with how I've been playing with a lot of the thoughts of Transport Fever and things like that, and how that game works. And I've been applying it to this game, and I realize how wrong that is. I've just noticed a lot of people comment and things like that. So, what I thought I'd do is just try to figure out a few things. Like, people have learned or noticed if you've watched my channel long enough that I like to kind of figure out things on my own. I like to put my through that punishing pace of learning. And a couple things I wanted to figure out today. The first one is about oil and the pipes. I don't know why I was doing that. And I wanted to figure out which was better. Getting the pipes and then utilizing the pumping stations, or using the fuel storage for every, say, two, because they have two inputs and two outputs. For every two wells, or if I wanted to do something along the lines of 6 for one fuel, for one thing of fuel, because theoretically, if you do the math, right, each one of these can do 7 tons a day. So if you do the math, right, theoretically, oops, at 900 tons, if we do 900 divided by 70, if I grab a calculator real quick, it's 12. So I should theoretically be able to use or fill up 12 or one of these with 12 pumps. So I shouldn't really need much. And that price just change? Well, let's see if the price change. So what I'm going to do today is just trying to figure out the best way to do this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place just 2 rigs in the green here. I want to see if it's set up so that no matter where they are, let's flatten that out. There we go. If that's how that works. And I also want to fiddle around with trains a little bit today too. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I want to see where the inputs are. So the inputs are there. Okay. So we're going to do that. Once again, unlimited money, just so I can figure this out. You're going to go like that, and then you're just going to go straight in. So store that out. Okay. So that's 12. So 2 in the green would put me at 24. So 12. So we're looking at 12,000 a day for 2 in the green. So this whole 7 a day thing. Ah, here we go. So this is doing 6, and that is doing 6.22. Okay. So it's actually giving me a little bit better information. Now, here is my thought. So we look at how fast this is going. Put this on play, right? Pretty much we'll say a percentage a second. So now if I took out that and that and added in one more, and we'll say we'll put it there. How much would you be per... How much would you be producing a day, theoretically? Okay, you're going to produce another 5. So we're looking at 6 a day. 6 a day. And 5 a day. Okay. Now I want to see if this will change from a second. So I'm going to pause here. So basically, I just want to see if there's going to be an increase. So this isn't an exact, like, hey, like, what is the efficiency when it comes to inputs, blah, 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 blah. This is me just trying to figure out if this ends up being a bottleneck or not. So are we still going to see... No. Okay. So we see a massive influx, but then at the same time, it looks like things have sped up about 2 to 3 times. Like, these things have been emptied almost immediately. Right now it's saying it's not. So if I turned it off for a split second. So right now, for example, if you look at it, right, it's saying it's not sending anything. So these should now be backing up, which they are. Okay, let's turn you off. And then if I turn it on immediately, they almost immediately empty. Okay. So if I added another... so this doesn't seem to be a problem. Okay. So this does not seem to have a... Does it have a max, though? Let's try and figure it out. So if I did 3 more... Let's do one like... there. I'm not worried too much about the numbers specifically. Another one there. Another one there. You are all going to be connected as well to a 3-putter. There we go. Let everything get built first. So now here's the idea. I connect you in first. Pause, connect, click this. So now those 3 are connected. And what it's doing is it looks like it's pumping a lot all at once. So it's all being pumped to this, and then this is being pumped to, then whatever's in here is getting pumped there, I'm assuming? Ah, okay, yeah. So it stores up a little bit and then pushes it on. So theoretically, if I turn this off for a split for a little bit, you build up. Oh, interesting. Why are you suddenly not massing the amount you did before? Okay, but then if I turn that on, interesting. Ah, here we are. Wait. So this is how many tons of oil you would do? Wait. Oh, which one was I turning off? Turn you off. Yeah, these hit a certain number, then are stopping. So if I've stopped pumping there, how are you pumping oil? So this doesn't need to be working, but this one, as long as one of them is turned on. So basically what was happening was this thing was pulling out of this. So then if I turn this one on, this one's now pushing to this. So you can go from one to the next. So this is now pulling from these. No, it's not doing anything either. Okay, so this is all kind of weird. How I can have this one turned off and this one on, but this one still works because they're pushing to here? Let's watch. You're on, and you're now putting through oil. And if I turn you on, you're putting it even faster. And we'll say you're running at about 0.5 now a second. Because the only difference is the oil is now being put through. Now my biggest thing is, how now does this do? I want to move you so I can actually see it. So this is just over 1 ton a second. So now if I turned that off, you no longer get oil. Okay. So then you should be now building up. So now with everything on, I want to do the math here real quick. So I want to get them all maxed out. Okay. They're almost all full. What I'm actually going to do, demolish it, then just put another one in its place. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, you're off. So this should just be now pulling oil from the 3 on the right. The moment I turn that on. Basically, it took all of those in just a few split seconds. Okay. Now if you're off, get rid of you again. So that line should go away. You're off, right? Yep. Some oil. Connect you. Remember, it took like seconds, basically, to empty out each tank, or each oil rig. And I mean, the whole point, right, is not to have any oil in storage. I just want to see if there's any actual bandwidth issue, or if it's just like, it just moves no matter what. Like, is it a distance thing, a time thing? Or if they all just dump it. And I want to see if there ends up being a... No, it emptied all those pretty fast. Okay. So I'm going to assume there's no limit per se. So that's stage 1 of my little testing. Part 2 of my testing is related to you. Inputs are on that side. Oh, come on. Really? Fine, let's... They really need to work on this whole placing of buildings thing in this game. Put you there. We're just going to buy 2 quick buses. That didn't take the maximum amount. Or, sorry, 4 buses. Someone told me that this actually would be the best thing to use because this actually covers the entire town. All I gotta do is just properly place it. Goddamn fly. Shoe fly. Don't bother me. And just make sure every building has a connection to it. And then run this. Yeah, whatever. This whole sidewalk thing really needs to be worked on as well. So, oh my gosh, shoe fly, don't bother me. So there's that. I need to run the road in real quick. For something later on. Oh, I need to do another road. And then we do another bus stop right there. And then we do a quick update the road here. And just, yeah, just do that. And do a sidewalk like so. Really? anyways, have that like that. People are now working, right? Yeah, should be like 500-600 people. Oh, yeah. Okay. So once again, just a quick little test. You go there, start. I'm gonna copy the schedule to you, and you. Start. Oh. There we go. All 3 buses should be going. Good, good, good. And then... So you have 2 outputs. Okay. So output number 1 is going to be here. And output number 2 will be here. Nope, those are the outputs there. There and there. You should bitumen. You are going to store fuel. And then the pipes can come out. So there we go. And then the inputs are over here. Can't snap it, which kind of sucks. Really, that's too long? Okay. Let's do that there. We'll do another one like here, for example, and then another one like okay, you real quick. There. Now you should be getting oil. Outputs. Okay. There we go. There. Kind of a cheap little setup. Yeah. That's okay. Figured a more efficient way of doing this. Hello, Manaf.
Hey.
Welcome home. Just doing some recording. I think the dog is telling me you're home.
Yeah.
Alright, so that is that. Now, what I want to try... in a flat area, preferably. So yeah, so at least I know if I do something like this. I mean, it's not completely filling up all that good, but at least I can come up with a better little situation here. Because I think the big problem here now is... no, it's got the people. I mean, yeah, it just needs more people. Because the more people that work there, the more efficient it gets. And it still is not even close to the maximum amount I could use to fill a train, but having like 2 facilities, yeah, I mean, you're not even using up. I mean, we're slowly going into the negative when it comes to oil, but that's no big deal because we can slowly basically just upgrade. Add more piping and stuff, so that's no big deal. But yeah, so I wanted to try signaling in trains, and I think this area is nice and flat over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up some train stations. Can I not do people train stuff? I could if I was actually in the right spot. Okay, train platform, train aggregate, oil. Okay, so if I did something like this. This isn't supposed to actually have people in it. I just want to make sure that I can... okay, so if I set up a train there... And set up the other one, I don't know, like right there. So our train line obviously goes from station 1 to... Okay, this is already... Okay, so station 1 to station 2. Now, if I connect the train depot... Let's connect with the road here or something. Come on, road. 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 Wow, that was kind of messed up. So you can come down here and just, I don't know, connect. However you want to connect. Okay. So, train number 1. Diesel locomotive, yeah, whatever. Passenger wagon. Okay, diesel locomotive. And I like how that works. That works pretty good. Okay, so you are down here. You're gonna go from that station to that station. And just let people get in and get out. And people just go back and forth, no big deal. So now I do know that there's a second line here that I could use, but what if I have a loop, right? Like, what if I have another station over here? Do I do a loop like this, and then have this, like, have a... Usually I like a second line, for example, when I do games like this with a rail line. Usually I like the second line to be part of another loop, and then it'll kind of come in, it'll be like a centralized location a little bit. Also, this gives me a second spot, basically, for a train to drop people off. So, theoretically, if I did something like this, I'll save money, right? Like that. There we go, like that. Now, when I tell the other train to go, is it going to... give me an issue, or is it going to do exactly what I think it's going to do, which is going to come here and going to go... Now, do you immediately turn around? Yeah, you do. Okay. So now, are you going to go or wait for that train? No, you go. Because the train can go and wait on the other side. Which is no big deal. The question is, can this train now come back, or does it have to wait? Okay, so they can't pass one another. No big deal. Change your direction. I'm gonna go to that depot. You also go to depot. So you're not going to wait at the station unless... So that's... Yeah, that's not going to work. semaphore? I'm going to assume that's just the signal. So theoretically, I would tell you, hey, it's okay to go both ways, but there's at least a light. Then I'll set up another one on this side. Oh, you won't... There we go. They name them really weird, but... There we go. Now I want to see... Well, actually, let me change these. So this one's this way. That one's that way all the time. And let's do that. This one won't start. Oh, probably because it has to wait for the other one to leave. There we go. Okay. So now, you're like, hey, it's good to go. Ah, see, there we go. Now you're gonna wait. Then now, you should go. Okay. And then you will wait. But both of you are going in at the same spot. I need to do this and say you can go both ways on those. Basically just pick whichever one's the better one. There we go. Wait. Then you should also immediately get a green signal, should you not? Because you're both going this way now. Unless I have to say... Oh... Okay. Can I... You can do directly right beside. Perfect. Okay. So now we're going to set up a quick... I think they're called switchbacks? Oh no, they're not switchbacks. There we go. And you can set up multiple of these all over on a rail line. And now I should have no problems. In worst case scenario, they'll also, if both of them are going the same way, they should both also use, so here we go. You're going to go. You'll go on that one and you'll go on this one or something. And what I can do to make sure they... I was about to say, to make sure they both don't end up on the same one. Do it like that. So this one is always to the right. Ugh. Now you're officially stuck. Now what I have to do for a split second is say, hey, you can go both ways on that one. Trains, just like a lot of other games, can be a bit of a pain. You should be given a red light until he goes past that station. That goes green. There we go. And now I can fix that. The only issue here is that I don't know if I have enough lead up. So I'll try that again. Now, one of the best parts too is this second train should come up this way and then go to here and wait. And then want to go there and wait. So worst case scenario, we might end up with a little bit of a screw up right around here somewhere. Theoretically, we should. Okay, you're good. Okay, so now there's our red light. You're told you're good to go. You should go on the left, and you should stay to the right. Go. There we go. And do one more pass just to make sure that works. Station. Go. So these you want them to set up to go in any certain direction. These ones you want to be able to go both ways. So I want to make sure they're fine. So these are both saying, hey, it's okay to go that way. It's saying it's okay to go that way, but if you want to go this way, you have to stop. This one is saying, hey, if you want to continue on, you have to stop while this one comes. And then vice versa there as well. If you want to go this way, you have to stop. And if done properly, you shouldn't have many stoppages. Like, basically, if you're able to put these in a good enough spots, they'll always run around each other. Okay, so that is all set up, so I can figure out how to get that working good. I might have to have, like, multiple... I think they're called switchbacks. Or that might be something else. And then you... Yeah. Still aren't producing enough, but that's all about a personal problem. So let's gotta figure out people. How to basically move people more efficiently. Getting people moved around in a town would be a little more of a pain, but then again, putting like something like that in a town, like if I could get this thing right here, like right here, that would pull. I think the max you can go is 400 meters. So theoretically, it would pull people from all the way here. And you, I know, have a limit as well, right? Yeah. So having a bus stop on either side of town wouldn't be a bad idea. So say I did... Some of these buses are probably empty, right? Yeah. So if I did one more bus station. Another big one. Pop you... right there. Said, hey people. Hey party people. Bus. Said, hey, go from there to there. Copy to that one, that one, that one. lots of people. So if I zoom out, you do to there. He's on either side of town. So you go halfway, and you go halfway. So I'm assuming 340 is the limit. I don't understand. Building is too distant. So am I telling people? I also figure out the people thing, because the people thing in this game is probably the more complicated. Like getting people to their place of work. So people are thinking, so... Oh, wait, if I go there and say, hey... Ah, ha, 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 ha. So now, theoretically, 100% of people should be getting off this bus. Okay. That actually makes more sense. I should be able to say to everyone around me, they have to come to work here. That should be something I should be able to do. Since I can do buildings. So right now, is it that I just don't have enough people in this town? Can I... Here we go. View, cancel, rename. You need to build a city hall and accounting office to get statistics. Okay. Medical, universe... Hall residence. So, how do I build... What's my residence? Oh, here. Sure. Oh, here we go. City Hall. population. Resource. There we go. So I'd have to have a minimum of people working. Okay. So right now, the current things we're producing: bitumen and fuel. Only spent money, obviously, on building stuff. You have to have the maximum amount of employees for this stuff to work. Oh, wow. That's horrible. Okay. How many people live here? I don't know where you live, but you're going to work there. You... Same thing. Wow, okay, don't like that. So I can only get stats for like split second. So we have 192 age workers, 192 children. Apparently someone... So I'm going to assume my biggest problem right now is just not having enough people. Okay. So it looks like what I'm going to have to do to properly play this, I guess, is to make people happy. Get people to move in. Because without enough people, can't produce enough stuff. Without able to produce enough stuff, like people want meat, food, sport, electronics, culture. From what I understand, is only available via these. No, or that's not religion. It might be religion I'm thinking of. I like how it says 87 people without a job. 85 without a job. So at least there it's saying, hey, everyone here is unemployed. Here, yeah, 5 people without a job. That's good to know. Now, if I could only charge people money to ride the bus, that's probably how I would start making money at the beginning. And if towns grew on their own. I don't know if they do that on their own, but that's going to be enough for today's little test. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next episode where I may or may not already restart a match, or restart a campaign. I may still try to figure out all this stuff and try to figure out basically people. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.